Boom! Hey, ladies and gentlemen, boys and berries. I got a bit different background today because we're moving. We're moving over to the neighborhood I grew up in. So this is Magic Brad with the Magic Brad Show, and I've got a new guest on here. He reminds me of a guy I knew. His name is Larry Wingett. It's because he doesn't have any hair. I'm not sure, but I'm going to bring him on. His name is Steve. His last name is Sims, who's maybe he's related to my friend Travis, who's also a Sims. Let's bring him on, Steve. You there?
How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you? Where are you located?
I'm here in Los Angeles.
The land of fruits and nuts. I was there for a little while.
There's some funny people here, that's for sure.
Yes, I was there. I left, so now there's one less funny person. But I spent a year in Covina, Glendora, and a year in Studio City, Burbank area, and had to come back home. But I like it out there. Nice weather and all that kind of stuff. But you got an accent, so you're not from Los Angeles. You'd be talking different.
Yeah, no, I'm a Brit, and I went the long way round. I went to Hong Kong, Bangkok, Geneva, Florida, and then over here. So I literally have gone the long way round to get here. But I'm here for the sunshine, the tacos, and the beach.
There are tacos. I had a place out there. I get them for a couple bucks and roll them up in tinfoil, and delicious.
There's some pretty damn good tacos here.
Yes, and Venice Beach. That's a fun place to be. There's a lot of strange stuff going on out there. So you live in a wonderful place, but looking at your website, you got a very nice, nicely designed website. You can do a lot of different things, but it's very clear about what you help people with. But what's the essence of when you talk and speak and help people? Is it like personal achievement? Is that the vibe?
Well, you've just given it away. So, and I'm honored that you did. Because I believe today we're in a world of mass confusion and mass distraction. And I think everyone's trying to be smarter than they are, more articulate than they are, better looking than they are. There's all of these ways to falsify it. But people don't want that. They want clarity. They don't want to be confused who they're dealing with. So I've gone from launching the world's largest experiential concierge firm, working for billionaires. Now, since my book came out, I work for entrepreneurs, and my focus is on how to impactfully brand you. And the way you can impactfully brand is to, first of all, get rid of all the other fluff and shit. Get rid of the fancy websites. Get rid of the long copy that comes out with words that you would never use or say. So I'm all about removing confusion, breeding clarity, and making you impossible to misunderstand. Once you are impossible to misunderstand, the solution that you are will resonate to those people that have that problem, and bang, you're in business.
There'll be a match.
There has to be. No one confused will ever give you that credit card. So why try and lean up against a car you don't own, or try to get a picture of yourself in a bloody jet that, there are 70 other people in? Why try to falsify that garbage?
I agree.
We're all looking through it. And today, what with COVID and so many difficult yet demanding conversations, Asian hate, Black Lives Matter, Me Too, all these conversations that we should be having, yet sadly a lot of us are not having, is breeding a world of low tolerance. So don't alienate people by trying to be someone that you're not.
Well, it totally makes sense. I push the authentic, genuine, sincere, honest, integritous person because people do business and things with people they know, like, and trust and respect. And I say that, like, if the cat jumps up on the desk, that's okay. If the kids come in, that's the way life is. So it's you don't need to. I don't edit these shows.
No, and you shouldn't, because it's real life. You want to make it crisp. I can guarantee you now, there are some of your listeners that have gone, I don't like this guy, and they've gone. And that's fine.
Yeah.
The worst people in the planet are the fence sitters. Those that are sitting there going, do I like him? Do I not? Do I understand what he's doing? And if you've got fence sitters, guess what? It's your fault. You have got to make it clinically clear for people to either be on your side of the fence or to move on somewhere else. Neither direction is a bad thing, but the fence sitters, worst people in the planet, and it's your fault.
Do you know the name Larry Wingett?
Yeah, I know Larry. I met Larry a few times. We've actually shared different events. So yeah, I bumped around with Larry.
That kind of thing. Either they like you or they don't, and if they don't, they still follow you.
Hey, be direct, and you don't have to apologize.
That's right. Absolutely. But I noticed that you help people be a speaker. You know how to find that. You know, do you want to be a member of the NSA, or where do you want to speak? You know, you want to be popular like Tony Robbins, or you want to be like a Larry Wingett, or like a Steve Sims. Yeah. Are you maybe related to Travis Sims? He lived in I think.
Who knows? Maybe. Hey, Travis, how are you?
Because he don't got the hair either. He was a magician friend of mine, and he's got an organization, Accelerated Global Connections. He's connecting people.
All right. Who knows?
So you also teach people, like you got Sims Media, it looks like, teach people how to get that authentic content and things out there. Because there is all that fluffy crap, fake followers.
We basically got two kind of arenas. We got Sims and this isn't supposed to be an advert. It's, you know, it's there for you. We got Sims Distillery, which is for people that want to connect with me, that want to get themselves uncomfortable, maybe kind of like reveal the truth behind what they're trying to do. And then we got Sims Media, which is sims.media, because we felt that a lot of people were getting that message out there badly. Like I can go and get a million followers tomorrow on my Instagram profile if I stick a couple of hot bikini models up there. Okay. It'll have no relevance to what I'm saying. It'll have no continuity. It'll confuse the hell out of people, but you will attract a lot of people that you shouldn't.
Right.
And so today what we focus on is not getting your message out there, getting it out correctly and to who you want to get it out to. And so I noticed a lot of people were doing things badly. And so I have spent years in the luxury travel industry and the luxury lifestyle industry, populating articles and media from the South China Morning Post to Harvard. And so I teach people now how to, if they want to speak, how to speak. If they want to refine our brand, how to refine it. I've got clients that are plumbers, real estate, finance, one of the largest makeup lines in Australia. I've got a wide range. I've got a lot of authors and influencers because the way they've been marketing, they've attracted 200,000 followers that will never do 1 millimeter of business with them. So get the right people.
It's interesting you bring that up because that's why the way I do these videos and these podcasts and this show is it's not about the audience that I have because I don't know how relevant they are. You know, you can't sell hamburgers and hot dogs to vegans and vegetarians. So we do the show, and as we do that, I learn more about you, what you want to be done, and I can then place you in those arenas on this global internet thing, put you in the right place. Like if you do speaking, I'm assuming you'll jump on a plane and fly here to Minneapolis, St. Paul, right?
I've spoken all over the planet. But pre-COVID, I was Mexico, Thailand, London, Toronto, all over America. So yeah, I do a lot of speaking gigs.
But you have nothing adverse to Minneapolis.
I am definitely not adverse. In fact, Minneapolis would be good because I've never been there, but it's one of my to-dos.
It's a good place. There's a lot of lakes here. It's pretty.
Yeah, so I hear.
Yeah. So that's kind of what I would like to probably do is take this stuff and get this out to some of the people, the corporate meeting planners, and get them to show your attitude or
get me over to Minneapolis and I'll shake them up.
That's the way to do it. So you got any books? I'm assuming that you. I got your graphic thing here.
I've got. So let's help people. I've got my book, which shallow plug, Bluefishing. The art of making things happen. But let me give you a few books that I've actually been reading, which I really like at the moment. That I make no money from, but are just incredible books for today. For a start, you can't go wrong with picking up anything by Jay Abraham. Jay Abraham was all about relationship capital. In the early 2000s, we tried outsourcing our message to social platforms. And now we are more about relationship capital than we've ever been. So anything by Jay Abraham would be good. But my three favorites at the moment are Hooked by Nair Eyal. Nair, I love you. Strange name. I'm butchering it. I apologize. But Nair Eyal, E-Y-A-L, Hooked. It talks about how people grab your attention and then keep it by redirecting you down different rabbit holes. Great book, great revelation. An older book called Trust Me, I'm Lying, which is the story about media, how to use it, how to abuse it, how to get it, by Ryan Holiday. And Ryan did an absolutely brilliant book. It's I don't know, it may be like 5, 6, maybe even 7 years old now. But with what we've got through with Trump and all the conversations that we're having now and the fake news and all that kind of stuff, couldn't be more accurate today than the day he wrote it. So those are my favorites at the moment. And I've just started George Chanos' Millennial Samurai. And that's really got me captivated at the moment. So those are my favorites.
Yeah, I just saw a thing on good old social media that Think and Grow Rich, they've got a movie out now. So Think and Grow Rich, the movie.
Greg Reed was telling me about that. I don't know much about the movie, but let's be serious. The culture behind it and the following and the tribe behind that book and what it stood for, I'm hoping it lives up to the standard of the book, but we'll see. I haven't seen any clips of it at all yet.
The essence is pretty basic. It's, the junk that's in your mind is the junk that's going to go out on the street. So you better clean your mind up,
Yeah, the classic, if you say you can't, you're right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Henry Ford said that, I think. I'm not sure.
Obviously someone smarter than me, but it still sounds good.
Very good. So you do events, you do retreats and things where people actually can come and be there live in person now that the COVID thing, you don't have to wear a mask and all that kind of stuff.
I got really lucky. We run events called speakeasies, and you can find them on this website below, stevedsims.com. But they're not for the faint of heart, because I tried doing something which will make you giggle. If you visit, now bear in mind the next one's sold out, so you can't go, but I'm going to ask you to visit the website, okay? And the reason I'm going to ask you to visit Sims Speakeasy or visit stevedsims.com and look up Speakeasy, the reason I'm asking you to visit it is because look at how little information I put out there and understand that they have been sold out in the last 3 years of me doing them. Mm-hmm. You see, what I do is I put an event together where it's $2,000. I tell you the city, I tell you the date, I don't tell you anything else. But everyone that signs up, I do one thing that I'm surprised a lot of event planners don't do. Everyone that signs up, I reach out and I go, hey, Brad, thanks for signing up for the speakeasy. What's your biggest problem today? And I want to know what your issue is. And then what I will do is I will look in my Rolodex of geniuses and I will bring someone along that's going to answer your problem. We go to too many events based on, oh, he's going to be there, she's going to be there. And the rest of the speakers, we're like, they may be good, they may not, who knows?
Right, like they got a headliner or a keynote.
Yeah. I focus the event on your problem. If I know what your problem is, I'm going to solve it. And so they've been selling out for years, and I'm really proud of that. But that's what I do. I wanted a challenge. Do I have the credibility to get someone to pay $2,000 for an event that they don't even know the location of? How absurd is that? Sells out every single time. So I ask you to challenge anyone listening to this, challenge yourself. Could you do something like that? If not, what's holding you back?
Well, I peeked at it a little bit. I think you got something going on in San Diego.
Yeah, it's in San Diego in July is the next one. As I say, that's sold out. But over the last years, we did one in Vegas just before COVID. Then the next one we did was in Nashville. And during that summer, Nashville opened up again, so we didn't have to delay it. And then the next one was in Arizona. So thankfully, and I don't know how, but thankfully, COVID didn't get in the way of my speakeasies. And we do 3 a year. So this next one, the last one we did was in Scottsdale, Arizona. This one is coming up in July, is in San Diego. We got 2 locations we're thinking about for later on this year, but we won't announce that until after or at the speakeasy.
See, that makes total sense. If they end up to get to know, like, trust, and respect you, they just want to be in the same room. This is how much it is. I can look at it and say, can I afford it? I want to be in the same room as him and get it done. I get people a lot, doing these shows. They say, how many viewers you got? It's really not relevant. How many you want?
Yeah, we
You want
only
the right
need the
one.
right one.
And when you go to networking events, people say, so what do you do? And I go, well, what do you want done? It's kind of the way that I look at it like algebra. You put what you want and then put all little things in place to get it.
Yep, that's the best way to be.
Absolutely. Well, we've gone for about 15 minutes. Is there anything else special you want to share any specific topic you might want to talk about? I like spontaneity.
I just think that at this moment in time, we're being held back by humiliation. It used to be fear. I'm frightened to try this thing. Now we're frightened to be laughed at for trying this thing. People love humiliating other people. There are whole programs on TV where we love laughing at people that slip up, fall over, or walk into glass doors. We love to laugh at people. People today are frightened of trying to do something, not for the fear of failure, but the fear of people laughing at them. Can you imagine if you didn't care what other people thought, what you would try to do tomorrow?
Some people are making good money doing that by doing videos, that exact same kind of thing. You can tell it's kind of staged, goofing up and stuff, but they do it intentionally so they get the views. And then they get
and they do, but we're getting the views for what? If I got 1 million people looking at me because I fell over, onto
I'm talking about the people making money on YouTube because they get views.
And exactly. So there's an end goal to it, but it's still perpetuating the fact that we like to laugh at people.
Let me ask you about the digital world, because I've got some beliefs or theories or stories or whatever that it seems like we're being suppressed a lot. It's a pay-to-play world. If I want to be noticed on social media, it seems like I'm not getting very much interaction or engagement or even people seeing it because Tony Robbins has got something big coming up, so he's putting all the money into ads and he's getting all the play. Think that's true?
Absolutely. The bottom line of it is, there's this myth out there that, hey, I don't want to pay. I'm happy to focus on organic. Well, organic's good if you've got a start. It's a case of, have you got a snowball to start pushing down a hill? Okay. Yeah, you're going to build up momentum. You're going to build up organic reach. But the second someone steps up to Facebook and says, hey, I've got a $50,000 budget for advertising, they're going to suppress your organic and they're going to substitute it with the $50,000. So the trick today is to boost and promote your stuff for $10, not for $100,000, 10, 20 bucks, 30 bucks. I can openly tell you, I will openly divulge. I promote a lot of what I do. When I find something that I've done and I've gone, that's pretty good, I'm going to promote it and promote it out there for, if I'm going crazy, $30. Okay? Because I then fall into the, okay, this person pays us, we'll pay attention to him.
Right.
But I still get my organic, I still get my paid, and you find your reach. Now, if you start doing $1,000 and people go, oh, he's paying $1,000, and then you restrict that back to 500, they're going to go, oh, I'm going to turn the tap down and hope to get you back up to 1,000. So don't show Facebook that you've got a big wallet. Play with 20 bucks, play with 30 bucks and nothing more.
I agree. We're on the same page there. I have a sort of a lot of littles rather than one big. I've got a event planner expo that I do in March, and then I just pay attention to a lot of little meetups that people are doing, little lunch and learn things, and I'll co-promote those and put a little gas on the fire that leads up to the big event. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. You got to help. If you help other people, that'll help you. So yeah, that's a good way to do it.
Very cool. Well, this has been fun, this whole thing about bluefishing. It kind of reminds me of like the art of the deal kind of thing. But it's the art of getting things done, right? Let me pop you a little. I don't have a picture of the cover. All I got is that right there. It's Bluefishing, the art of making things happen.
There you go.
That's it.
That makes it easier.
Wonderful. I like it. Very cool, buddy. I'm gonna stay on your radar. I kind of like you. You kind of remind me of like Larry Wingett and a little bit of what's that Pina's guy name? What's his first name? I can't remember.
Who?
Jack Pina.
Jack Pitt. I haven't come across him.
He's cusses up a storm, and if you're not doing something, he'll start. What the man? Beep beep beep.
I'll look him up, but at least I haven't cussed on this show. Well, I don't think I have. Maybe I did without realizing it.
It's all good. It's all good. It's only words. No big deal. Well, very cool, Steve. I appreciate you taking the time. I'm going to pop you into the green room. You can have some of those digital hors d'oeuvres, and there's some whiskey back there.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me. Bye.
Thank you. Well, that was Steve Sims. He's a hoot. I enjoy talking with people like that. They know how to rattle the cage. You know, either you like them or they don't, and if they don't, they follow you anyways. I love it. So that's all for now. He's got things to do. I got things to do. Peace, love, and happiness. This is Magic Brad signing off. Enjoy your day. Be well. Be good. Be safe. Be nice. See ya.